Hello everyone. Shorty September continues. Books today, okay. Yesterday we had a book and an audiobook planned and it didn't really work out because I ran out of time. It was a very eventful weekend of weirdness. So we're gonna do that same book today. Rollover book. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it today as I was yesterday, but didn't get to it. So this one is like kind of like a Western. It's like not old, it's new, but it's like kind of like a Western, but takes place in 20th century, sort of like early 20th century. So we'll see about that. Also, okay, you know Goodreads, like they've got these like little challenges. Like I don't love Goodreads. I think I prefer Storygraph, but I still have a Goodreads because it has like some features I like. I like that it gives me my wrap up at Christmas time because like that's when I'm interested in my wrap up. Storygraph gives you wrap up in January. By January, I'm tired. I'm done. Like it's shit. Everything is shit. Like I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, but they also now do these like little challenges where it's like you can knock off these like little bookmark things in a row. And like by like reading a book in January or like reading a book in February or like reading 2 books in a month or like reading one of these like books that's listed in a list of like, you know, like Latin American Books Month or, you know, like Black History Month or whatever, and they'll have like a bunch of books and you read one of those and then you knock off the bookmark. I love a tick off list challenge. You know me, you know I love it. So they've got 2 more now. They've got one that's like a dark academia one that I'm not loving, but that's sort of roughly the category. And then also like a sort of Latin American or like Spanish translated something, one of those. So I found on there, on one of the lists, Vladimir, which I've always wanted to read, and I tried to get from the library once and it didn't work out. And I found that as an audiobook. So it's a bit of a, like it is a shorty. When you look at the page count, it's like 230 something pages, but the actual length of the audiobook is like 8 hours, which is a bit long. But we'll see. We'll do that as our audiobook, shall we? I'm excited. Okay, now I gotta go with my kid to school on our bikes, which we haven't done in ages. But she's got like a cycling class with the council for school. So all of her year, they do like a class with the council. They like come in and teach them how to like be bike safe on the roads so that they can be proper little cycling commutists in life. Anyway, commuters. That's the word, cycling commuters. Holy crap sticks, today's mail is very exciting. Okay, so first of all, my mom and I are running the Cardiff half marathon again this year, and our like race maps and bibs and everything have come today. It always makes my heart fall out through my butthole a little bit when I sort of like see all the stuff. Oh shit. You know, like the bib that you wear when you run. It's purple. So either the colors have changed, or when I filled this in roughly, like I think like February or something, I must have put that we're faster than we were last time. Maybe I was feeling a bit frisky and a bit fast. Like to be fair, my mom is much faster now than she used to be, so at least I'll give her options. Like I think you can run in like a lower category than what's on your bib. You just can't run in a higher one, you know. So it gives us options if we're feeling slow. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, it looks like the same like course and everything. I quite like the course. Like it's quite flat, and also it goes through my neighborhood. So like I run past like my house and like all my stuff that like all my neighbors and like everything, all my like cafe and everything, and everyone's like out front and they're like, oh hey, like that, you know, and you like that. Oh, it's lush. And then like we've done quite a few of these now, like half marathon things, me and my mom, and loads of places they don't have like a proper like party at the end, you know, like you just end and then you get like maybe like a granola bar and then you just go home. It's like, oh, would I even do that for, bro? You know? Whereas the Cardiff one is like a proper like, it's like a party at the end. So it's like near the castle, like the start. There's like all these like food trucks and there's like live music and there's all these like things you can buy and like loads of like freebies and stuff at the end. Like it's cool. It's a good time. It's good crack. So oh shit, yeah, the purple pen is ahead of the yellow pen. Oops. Like maybe we're feeling super fast. It is a very flat course. Okay, and the next thing I got is this massive package of what I believe to be I Love Lucy DVDs. Okay, so like living in the UK, they don't have I Love Lucy here. They never had it really at all. So people didn't grow up on it, you know, like I think roughly people know about it, but only very vaguely. If you just like make references like Lucy, I'm home, nothing, blank. Nobody knows what you're talking about. So all of these shows and stuff they've been getting on streaming now, like as streaming is developed and all these sort of like shows are coming about, they're only coming in like America. So like The Nanny, Dr. Melissa Moment, I Love Lucy, Argentinian, all this sort of stuff is not really available here or you have to like pay for it or whatever. But like I Love Lucy, you can't even pay for it. It's not available literally anywhere on any platform or anything. And even the DVDs, I think they're like region 1 DVDs, so you got to make sure that your DVD player is like the right kind. Oh, fuck. My God, they've used so much tape. Give me a minute. Oh, God. Look how gorgeous it is. It is literally every episode of I Love Lucy. It is all seasons. Oh my God. And this came yesterday and I figured out how to use it. DVD player. It goes into my computer and I figured out how to use it. Like the one DVD that we have in our house, I made it play on my computer. Like, honestly, this is the best day. Is this working? I think it's working. Oh my God, it's working. Oh my God. I couldn't get this to work for ages and I got it to work and it's playing I Love Lucy. Oh my, like, I think I might cry. I think I might cry. Okay, but I need to be cool. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I can't cry because then I have to put it in my crying journal. Like, I can't just like cry indiscriminately now. This is fucking the best day, honestly. I Love Lucy is my favorite show. It's been my favorite show since I was about 8 years old. And like all of the comfort, all of the feels, like this. Oh my God. It's lunchtime. I'm gonna go get some ramen with some kimchi. I got some new kimchi to try today. New kimchi on my ramen. I was gonna read while I was like eating, but no, fuck that. This is what I'm doing. Lunch, ramen, kimchi, this. Oh my God. What an amazing day! Maisie, look what Daddy cooked you on the grill. Are you excited? Do you want to sniff it? Her face is crazed. Look at her. Okay, I finished Train Dreams and it was good. It was real good. Like, I think for me it was 4 stars, not 5 stars, but I never know. I never know if it was 4 stars because it's a 4-star book or if it's 4 stars because I expected it to be like 9 stars and then it just ended up being 5 stars. Do you know what I mean? Like, I read so much about how gorgeous it was and how amazing it was, how brilliant the author is. Loads of people told me it was like one of their favorite books and how amazing it was and how they love that book. And I knew that that was going to go straight to my head. And I tried to like not make it go to my head. I tried to be like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. But still my mind was secretly like working against me. And it was like, Heather, this is going to be the best book we've ever read ever in life. And obviously it wasn't because very few books are. So I feel like in order for a book to be 5 stars for me, I like ultimately have to be shocked into it. I have to like go into reading a book that I think is going to be shit and then actually find out that I did really enjoy it in order for it to be 5 stars. Like I have to trick myself into it, which is shit. But anyway, this was really good. It was so this guy Grainer, he was born in like the last sort of years of the 19th century, like late 1800s. He died in the 60s, and you sort of go through his life. He sort of narrates it for you, but like in chunks, out of order, out of time order, you know. So you're with him, you know, when he's a kid and he's an orphan and he's sent to Idaho to live with his family and he's adopted. And also, you know, you see him as like a day laborer, like a guy who builds the trains. You know, you see him at a fair, you see him as a husband and a father, you know, all this sort of stuff. But it like jumps. So first you're like in 1917 and then you're in the 30s and then you're in the 20s, like that. And his life is sort of like mirroring like the life of the West, of like the Wild West, the American West. Like the Wild West, like he's born into it as a Wild West, and then over time as he lives his life, the trains first of all sort of like tame the West, and he's very much a part of that taming because he's building the trains and he's testing the trains and sort of all this sort of stuff. And then like later on in his life in the 60s when he's older, he sort of talks about seeing people building the highways, which are then like one step up from the taming of the West. You know, they divide the West and sort of like civilize the West even more. Do you know what I mean? But like he's like has this family. I'm not gonna like, and no spoilers, but like he's very like a lonely sort of guy. He lives a lonely sort of life, but he lives like a sober life, you know. He lives a good life. but he is like very isolated, and I think that also like matches with, you know, this feeling of like the American West being in isolation and blah blah blah, and then like being brought to heel, less isolated and less, you know, sort of like more civilized, I guess. I don't know. But I really liked that. I really liked the sort of like the language, you know, and it was very sort of descriptive of like Wild West, like natural scenes and depictions, you know, of like the forest and I don't know, vast open areas. It was gorgeous, it really was, but stupidly 4 stars. Actually, like, it should be 5 stars, shouldn't it? I don't know. Also, it was very short. I love a shorty. I love a shorty. This was only like 100 pages. No, 130, something like that. I read it in like maybe 2 hours, like less than that. And I think when it's that short and you're like going through it, it's sort of over then. Like, you're sort of, you know, you're reading and you're eating a sandwich and you're reading and like, you know, I don't know, and then now it's done. And it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. What happened? Like, it's like you almost need to read it twice. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might actually, like, I do give away a lot of the books I read. Most books I read, especially novels, I give them away almost straight away. They go into a pile and they go to the Greyhound Rescue charity shop. But this one, I'll keep it round and I might give it another try, give it a second read, like a slower read. Because also, I got Shorty Sept in my mind. I'm like, okay, I gotta get through my shorties. If I give myself a chance to read it more slowly and to read it again knowing already what happens, so like the plot won't be something I'm focusing on, it'll be more like the language and like the depictions and everything, and like how it applies, you know, to the American West and how it mirrors that. I think it'll be really good. Anyway, Vladimir's going great. Okay, again, I had no idea that Vladimir was going to be good, so obviously I'm loving it. I went running for like an hour and 15 minutes or so listening to the audiobook. I love that shit. I'm loving it. So it's this woman, she's like a professor or something, and she's married to a professor, and they both live in like New England in this like liberal arts college or something. And the husband has just been busted by these like 7 or 8 women or whatever that have written into the college to say that he took advantage of his power in like, you know, like getting with them while they were students. So he's got this like case against him, this like sexual harassment case against him, and she's like caught up in it. She's like, shit, do I forgive him for this? You know, do I ride it out with him? Do I split up with him? Blah, blah, blah. But then while this is all happening, she meets this new professor guy named Vladimir, and he's younger. So she's like 55 or something, so mid to like 50s. He's like 40, right? And she's got it bad for him. Like, you know, he's talking and he's an author and he's got a kid and he's delightful. And now she's like tripping up over herself, like, you know, losing it in her own mind. Like, oh, he's nice, you know, like... but she just basically, like, nothing really happens so much as just her like talking about stuff, like talking about these women who've accused her husband and like whether they, you know, I don't know, deserve to be talking about him like this, you know, like, oh, didn't they like it when he did it to them, like all that sort of stuff. And it's like, are you kidding? Like, I don't know, she's just sort of talking herself in circles, like how you do, how like women do. We're in our heads, aren't we? We're like deep in our heads and we're like going in circles like, I hate him, I hate them, how could he do that to them, he should have known better, you know, those poor women, like, oh, those stupid women, you know, oh, those ungrateful women, oh, you know, like, you just sort of like spiral in your own head. Like, she has this pool party or whatever with Vladimir, and Vladimir's little baby daughter who's 3 and her husband and everything, and afterwards she emails him and she's like tells him what she thinks of his book, and he doesn't respond. It's a Sunday, he doesn't respond right away, and she's like, oh god, what did I say at the pool? Was I not supposed to bring the lemonade? Like, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, he probably thinks of me as his mum, like that, like going in her head like that. But yeah, anyway, okay, y'all, thus begins my gouache journey. Okay, so I got this book from the library and it's like how to do gouache, and I got like these cheap like gouache paints as well. I think they might be actually super cheap and not very good quality, and it's sort of messing things up, but I didn't want to get super expensive ones because what if I don't like it, or like what if I, in learning how to do it, like use loads of paint and like completely waste it. Like, I don't want to waste good stuff, you know, like I don't have the money for it. So I'm using cheap ass paint and this like book from the library I've been dicking about wildly. Okay, and now here's the question now. So all of this is eventually to use the gouache skills, okay, in my crying journal. Okay, if you don't know my crying journal, okay, every time I cry, which is a lot, I'm a very emotional person, usually to do with things that I watch on TV, okay? That's like who I am as a person, and I have no regrets. But every time I cry now, I do a little painting in my little crying journal book, okay? And now, the skills that I have acquired in the last 10 minutes for gouache, probably not actually good enough for like a permanent work of art, which is to be solidified, you know, and immortalized in the crying journal. But I have problems with impulsivity and impatience, okay? I know that about myself. Should I push through that feeling and continue to practice more? Or should I just accept that's how I am and risk it? You know, like wing it, like what the fuck? Like, related, okay, minorly, not all the way, minorly related. My mom, for my birthday, she got me this like wombles kit, woobles, something like this, is where you like crochet a little dude, even if you don't really know how to crochet. So I haven't really done it that much, so I don't really know. So I've got to watch a little instruction video, and the instruction video like shows you how to do it, and it's like step by step, and it's really good. However, on the app with the video that tells you how to do it, there's no speed it up a little button. There's no like double speed, 1.5 speed. There's no option for that. You just have to listen to it exactly as slowly as she wants you to listen to it, which pissed me all the way off. Like, I've almost given up on it because I cannot do it as slowly as she wants me to do it. I need it to go faster, and minorly related to the impulsivity and the impatience in it needing to go faster. So how do we feel? Like, I mean, like, we're gonna do it, aren't we? Like, I mean, I'm asking you, should we do it? But in reality, I'm telling you that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And if I regret it after this, that's just part of the journey. Yeah? Let's do it. Hey, I have done it. And I feel like that's not too shabby, honestly. Like, for a first go, like, properly, blending is hard. So I've learned that. Also, getting, like, an even tone. I also learned that that's hard. But I feel like, you know, that's not an embarrassing addition to the crying journal. I feel like that's not shabby. Okay, this is my next go. I'm gonna try this guy next. Okay, here's the dog. I wonder if I should like outline his other bits as well. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But I feel like these took absolutely ages. So now I'm glad I didn't cry about getting I Love Lucy because I don't have time to do another one. Okay, I finished Vladimir, and I think I liked it. Like, I went a bit mad in the middle by like it go mad, like no spoilers or whatever. But it's based on like roughly sort of inspired by Lolita, you know, Vladimir Nabokov's one. And it sort of like takes, I don't know, the current times, the current sort of Me Too sort of movement, and sort of flips it and sticks it into Lolita like that. And I think as well, like, I've not read Lolita. I feel like I should do. I don't know, it's kind of a classic, isn't it? But I feel like it's sort of like focusing on the same things, like having conversation about the same sort of things, which is sort of, I don't know, like morality in art, maybe, or like morality in general, like what we feel should be our morality, or like, you know, how when we talk about morality, are we just sort of being hypocrites? I don't know, of that sort of thing. I don't know, it makes you sort of think about it, I guess, and it was like a really cleverly sort of formulated thing. But I did go mad at the end. I'm gonna go with 4 stars. 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I recommend. Okay, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, anything, let me know. What are you reading? I'm still loving that. Loving it. Loving hearing what you're reading. And I will see you, not tomorrow, the next day. Okay.